In the heart of every crash, and in the glow of every rally, there lies a hidden code, a way to make money even when the world seems to be burning. What if you could turn fear into conviction? What if the collapse you dread holds secrets of your greatest opportunity? This is the story of mastering the market, not in perfect times, but in any time. This is how to make money in any market. Number 1. The investor's burden, fear, confusion, paralysis. The stock market is like an ocean, beautiful, powerful, and unpredictable. For many, it also feels like a trap. You see it drop, your heart tightens. You read headlines about recessions, rate hikes, crashes, and the instinct is to freeze. James Cramer begins by acknowledging this burden. He knows what it is to feel powerless in turbulent markets. He's been there during bear markets, crashes, bubbles. But he asserts, you don't have to be a victim of the narrative. He challenges your inner voice. You're too late. You don't belong. The market is rigged. He argues that this voice is your enemy. Instead, you must cultivate discipline, courage, and clarity. To do that, first you must understand how markets truly move, not by fear or headlines alone, but by growth, earnings, fundamentals, psychology. He anchors one vital truth. You can make money in any market, bull, bear, sideways, if you learn how to see what others miss. But that requires a shift from reactive to proactive. In this part, Cramer arms you with mindset tools. He warns, you will feel alone. You must fight your own biases. But if you persist, if you treat this as your personal quest, you will see the cracks, the edges, the hidden paths others ignore. 2. The dual engine, growth. Income 1 of Cramer's central teachings is this. Wealth is built on 2 pillars, growth stocks and income stocks, dividends, cash flow. You can't rely solely on one or the other if you want resilience in any market. Growth stocks, companies with accelerating revenues, innovation, new markets, give you capital appreciation. Income stocks, steady, often mature firms paying dividends, give you cash flow to steady your nerve when volatility strikes. Cramer doesn't just preach balance. He gives you the criteria to judge which stocks qualify. Look for sustainable competitive advantage, strong cash flow, credible management, and healthy balance sheets. He insists, you must know the company, not the ticker. He teaches a method. Pick a small roster of core names you believe in deeply, then layer opportunistic bets when valuations are generous. Use your income stocks as ballast. They protect you psychologically and financially. Use your growth names as your engines. Importantly, in down markets, income cushions your downside. In up markets, growth propels your upside. This dual-engine framework helps you avoid extremes. Not too aggressive, not too passive. In How to Make Money in Any Market, Cramer walks you through multiple case studies, companies rising despite turmoil, dividend payers holding through recessions. He shows that no market is entirely dark. Even in downturns, opportunities remain, and those who see them do most of the winning. 3. Reading the market's rhythm, macro, sector, micro. Cramer emphasizes that investing is a layered dance. You must scan 3 levels. Macro, GDP growth, interest rates, inflation, policy shifts. Sector, which industries are benefiting or suffering. Micro, company fundamentals, competitive advantage, execution. He warns, many investors focus only on stock-level data and forget the stage. You might pick a great company, but if the macro winds blow harshly, your timing suffers. So always ask, is this sector aligned with global trends? And is the macro climate favorable? He gives you tools to interpret signals, yield curves, credit spreads, central bank moves, consumer behavior. Then you drill down. Which sectors will lead? Tech, health, energy, consumer. Choose those sectors that align with structural tailwinds. Finally, at the micro level, you demand proof. Look at earnings growth, margins, free cash flow, balance sheet strength, management quality. He says the market gives us clues, but only fundamentals confirm. Through stories in the book, Cramer walks us through moments when macro was ominous, Yet select sectors surged, and within them, individual stocks soared. The trick is not to be in every sector, but to be in the right ones. And within those, in the right names. 4. The discipline of flexibility. Perhaps the most cinematic paradox in this story. Rigid conviction, flexible strategy. Cramer insists, once you choose a thesis, hold it. But once that thesis breaks, sell. He warns against emotional attachment to stocks. It's not a love story, it's an investment. He urges you to monitor your thesis constantly. Are earnings disappointing? Did macro variables shift? Did the sector's tailwinds fade? If yes, get out, without delay. This is how you preserve capital, preserve optionality for future moves. He also gives you rules, position sizes, stop losses, diversification guidelines, risk budgeting. His mantra, buy and homework, not buy and hope. He wants you to explain every position to another person. If you can't defend it, it doesn't belong in your portfolio. And most importantly, be ready to migrate. Markets evolve, sectors decay. What looks like a safe haven now may become brittle. The winners 5 years ago may be losers tomorrow. Cramer's stories bring this to life. He charts how once dominant names fell after management turned stale or competitive disruption hit. His message, survive first, then thrive. If your conviction fails, embrace exit as part of your discipline. By staying nimble, you can avoid being trapped in the wrong trade. In any market, your strongest weapon is not foresight, but adaptability. V. The path to mastery, from fear to fluency. At the heart of Cramer's message is a journey, from doubt to conviction, from small beginnings to mastery. He doesn't promise instant wealth. He promises a method, if you're willing to learn. He urges new investors to start small. Test ideas. Accept small losses. Build confidence through experience. Use imperfect markets as practice rounds. Over time, your intuition refines. He teaches that mistakes are inevitable. What matters is how you respond. Do you double down on failure, or do you cut losses? Do you learn, adapt, refine, or do you stiffen, freeze, blame? He gives you guardrails, limit speculative allocations, allocate core positions conservatively, never over-leverage, always maintain some dry powder, cash, always rebalance, always revisit your assumptions. He reminds, markets evolve. Your job is to evolve with them. The tools of 5 years ago may not serve you tomorrow, so keep learning. New sectors, new technologies, shifting consumer behaviors. By the end, Cramer entrusts you with confidence that no matter how brutal a bear market, there is opportunity beneath the rubble. That volatility is your chance, not your obstacle. That in every crash, the cracks light up for those looking. That in any market, from boom to bust, you can claim profits. He leaves you not with formulas, but with mindset, courage, discipline, curiosity, because it's these that let you see what others only fear. Closing. Your market is now. The market doesn't wait. It doesn't stop for your fears. It doesn't care about your timing. What it offers is a chance to see when others panic, to act when others hesitate, to survive when others crumble. How to make money in any market is your compass for that journey. It asks you not to be perfect, only persistent. The lessons here are hard-won: the power of income, the magnetism of growth, the necessity of flexibility, the layers of macro to micro, and the path from uncertainty to mastery. Now the question is, will you walk through the market's fire and forge profit from chaos?